Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of our Feed the Beast Ultimate Reloaded series. Today we're going to actually do an episode of the Let's Play. I had thought about making this a just progress episode, but the Let's Play needs another episode, I feel like, so we're going to do that. And what we're going to work on today is making it into the nether. I've been looking, and I want to get to this industrial blast furnace since it's used for the three, at least for these dusts that we have. Aluminum, it can be used to make aluminum ingots, um, and then of course we have bauxite and galena. That bauxite, we'll be stuck with that for a bit anyway, but um, at least galena we can use in there. The electrolyzer is what this does. Makes hydrogen, compressed air, titanium, and aluminum. Okay, that's interesting. We might have to use that later, but mostly the galena is what I saw. It gives us silver and lead, so that will be pretty useful. We might want to work towards this electrolyzer as well, which should be right here. And yeah, I think we could theoretically do that. In order to do this, we're going to need to start working on power for EU. So before we start doing all that, let's go ahead and get into the IC2 Power grid. We're going to start, of course, with a regular old generator. Once we get our regular generator up and running, we should be good. All we need is a battery, refined iron, an iron furnace, which this is just smelted iron. So we're going to go ahead and make an iron furnace just because we can. And then we need how many refined iron? We need 3. And then we need 10 for that. Okay, so 3 iron for that. Let's go ahead and make the iron furnace, and we'll go smelt this iron in our redstone furnace downstairs. Alright, and while that's doing its thing, we're going to take our tin, which should be right there. And then we're going to take our 3 copper for the wire. I don't know why I put it there. Okay. Tin, copper, and redstone. And we're going to need some rubber. Some of our rubber trees have grown since last time, so that'll be useful. So now we're going to make our battery. We could also just use the links that allow us to change power sources, and we'll probably get to do that eventually. But for now, I think this is all right. What we'll probably have is some kind of mega power farm, and it create a power for just everything, and we just use energy links to transport it. So with this being our RF side, we're going to use this over here as the EU side. Actually, yeah, we're going to do just like that. We'll have the generator in the corner. We're going to put it right here. Of course, with this being the case, we're going to need some more coal, but for now, we're going to leave most of it in there because that's what we're using, but we're also going to stick some coal in here to get this charged up. So yeah. Now with that generator, we now are generating EU, which is our IC2 power. So what can we use this power for? Well, we can use that industrial foregoing stuff. All of this stuff is used on EU power as well, like the blast furnace and stuff that we were looking at, but we can also use some of these other pieces from IC2. And the question is, do we have one of those things that we need? Let's see. So I forget the MFE. These are power storage devices. Of course, we don't have any diamonds, so we can't use that. So they're basically large power storing devices from what I can remember. It's been a while since I've used IC2. So these bat boxes are what we might want to start out with. We might just want to get a surplus of power. So what I'm going to do is we're going to make one of these. We have enough materials. We just need wood, a cable, and 3 batteries, which we can make. At least we should have enough. We're also going to need to go mining in this episode. We're going to use most of our tin right here. Just making these batteries, but that's okay. I didn't do that right. There we go. And then that. Alright, and then we need to grab ourselves some wood out of this chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and then we can make our bat box. And this will start filling up while we take care of other business. We're going to need to probably go mining because tin is used heavily in IC2. And so we're definitely going to need some of that. So that's the output on this side, so it'll be perfect. We can line up a wire going through here for all of our machines. So this is now going to fill up the bat box, and then it will also fill up itself, and that way we'll have some power stored. This we might consider making a leadstone energy cell for our machines real quick on this side. Let's see what it takes to make one of those. Okay, maybe leadstone energy cells are not a thing in this. Where energy cell? Oh yeah, this is the upgraded thermal expansion where you just make basic and you go up. So lead, energy cell frame, redstone conductance coil, block of redstone, lead gear, iron, glass. Okay, we should be able to do that. Let's see what we can do. We're gonna grab. Oh, we're gonna need more lead. So that's our biggest thing right now. Is we're running low on just ores in general. So our next thing to do is to go and get some ores. And just because I haven't used it yet, I'm gonna make us a sapphire pick. Okay. So let's do that. There we go. And we're going to head back into our ravine, which if you watched our first progress episode, you would know that we've been down there once. I was hoping that those could give us seeds when we harvested them. Just real quick, I wanted to harvest our crops since we're going to be going down into the mines. We may as well pick up what we can. I know we don't really need the extra food, but we may as well, right? Like, we've got the ability to do, so we may as well do. And we might get started on looking into... Okay, we should be able to make this squeezer and this, make the seed oil that we need for our apiary, but we'll get to that in a little bit. For now, we're going to stick that in there, stick this in here, and let it go. We're going to go ahead and wait and get all this food made. And now we don't need to make food, but we're going to go down there and we'll take the food that we have. We have enough food. We have, look, stack and a half almost of corn and plenty of meat and bread, so we should be just fine. So let's take a dive back down into the cave system. Coal is important. Let's just go ahead and grab that and toss it in our... which one should we toss it in? Let's check the fuel levels. We are not using this as much, and it has enough fuel, it looks like, to get its full thing. So we're going to stick this in the steam dynamo, because this should fill up with what it has for sure. The next piece of coal should finish it up. So that's what we're going to do there. And now we're going to go take a dive into the underground once again. I don't want this to be a mining episode, but you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So that's what we're going to do here. So yeah, let's go ahead. We need all the coal we can get. So if we see any surface coal, we're going to go ahead and mine it. As I said, that's one of the things we go through a whole lot in this series, or we will go through a whole lot in the series, especially in these starting phases. I did notice I was just kind of looking around and I noticed over in the plains biome, out that way, that there is a oil spout. So before we go back down the mine, let's sleep. I don't want to be out here too long after dark. And there's some more coal we can grab on the way down. But yeah, I just don't want to get dead. I'm not the best at not parkour. I'm pretty good at parkour. What I meant to say is I'm not the best at fighting mobs. But okay, I can handle myself okay, but better be safe than sorry. You may see that message. I did just set the time so that I could sleep real quick before I started the episode, just because I wanted to start it at the beginning of the day. It was almost nighttime anyway. I just didn't want to deal with waiting, so that's what I did. So sorry if you guys call that cheating. I mean, it is using commands, but I use just the time set command just so that I could get it better for the recording. Nothing that actually changed any of the gameplay. There weren't mobs spawned at the time, so it's not like I just got out of a situation or something like that. So um, I think it will be okay. Alright, now let's go on down into the mine after we get this coal over here that we saw. Probably should just drop off this coal since it's so close to the house, and we haven't really left the house area yet. Just because we can, right? That way we free up a little bit of more space in our inventory, and we don't have to worry about filling up as quickly, which makes the most sense. And before we go, we might actually look into backpacks, because I know that is a thing in this mod pack, if I remember correctly, that we had looked at. So we might actually take a gander at that real quick, just to see what it has to offer for us. And we're going to toss half of that in there, toss the other half in here. Okay, so yeah, let's take a look real quick and see if there are any kind of backpacks in here. There sure are these types of backpacks, which I never was a big fan of these. Here we go, Project Red, the backpacks. This is what we'll probably use. So backpack, woven cloth, which we need string and stick. So we need 8 woven cloth, which in turn needs 8 string. We need a stack of string and 8 sticks in order to make that. We only have 4 strings, so we may not get that backpack today. We could make a mining backpack though if we get the wool. We need chest for string, 2 wool, and 2 iron. We could make that. However, I don't know how helpful that would be with the fact that, you know, it's only for certain ores. Yeah, it might give us a little bit of extra space, but in the end, we won't really, I mean, it's not nearly as efficient as the other backpacks that you can just keep going and going and going on. But if we can find, well, we're not going to worry about it for now. I thought it might be a good idea, but with the amount of string we need for that, that's going to be insane. So we might need to set up a sheep farm here, because I know we can also turn wool into string. I believe with the pulverizer that we have already. And so that might be a good thing to get. But for now, we're just going to go mining with the stock inventory that we have, and hope we can find enough stuff to fill ourselves up. I don't know I don't remember exactly how much we explored in this ravine. I know we left a lot of ores behind because we were full up on stuff, you know. There was no way to really do much more than we did, but you know, better to go ahead and take a look at it and see what we can find anyway. So yeah, crystals, just because we have so many, I think I'm going to leave them for now. Things I'm worried about right now mostly, we've got, I'm not going to go out of my way to get huge veins of stuff like that. And that 1 piece of copper. We have so much copper, it's insane. The main things I'm looking for, as I was about to say, is mostly lead and tin and things of that nature. And we'll go ahead and grab these like sapphires and stuff, and the gems that we can get if we see them. And I just realized that we came down here with no extra torches. So we're going to be kind of pushing for torches here in a minute. So let's grab our tin that we found here. And we're going to have to go back up and get that because I'm an idiot. So yeah, but that'll be okay. I did notice first, one of the comments on the first video was a bruh moment, and I said, yeah, which one? There were so many of them. And this would be classified as a bruh moment. So um, yeah, but thank you for any feedback that y'all have for sure. And I noticed another comment that was talking about, asked me to play Minecraft with them. Don't remember exactly who it was, but I can look back on that later. And I am open to that concept. The main thing that I'm worried about right now is kind of classes. My classes kind of start off and on, and so they're going to start here on June 1st. We're going to be doing some online classes, and so I don't know how my schedule would be affected. So it shouldn't affect the uploading schedule because I like to kind of you binge TV shows, kind of like that. I like to binge record, just record in big blocks and then post a video. I'm trying to keep an upload schedule, in case y'all haven't noticed, of kind of every other day. I think that's a good schedule for me, just because I have the ability to do so. May as well kill that, get ink sacked. But just because I have the ability to do so, to record so many episodes on the weekend, um, I figure may as well keep it ongoing, just for people that are out there, that kind of enjoy the series. And I don't know how many there are. Last two videos, as of right now, have not gotten any views, and I posted one of them, which was the Progress episode. I didn't really expect the Progress series to get all that many views, but that's okay. That one had been posted on Monday. It is currently, let's see, it is Thursday. And so I just recorded and uploaded. So I recorded 4 videos. The first 4 I recorded the first main episode. I recorded the first progress episode, and then 2 other main episodes after that, or it might have been one other main episode and one more progress episode. I forget exactly. I think it might have been 2 main episodes because I did a lot of just main stuff. Major progress, like getting things started. I remember Thaumcraft and stuff was happened in the second main episode, and so that was all on Saturday. So the first 4 videos you see of this series, including the progress episode, were all recorded on the same day within the span. I mean, I recorded, of course, I record everything straight through except for I did. Now that I have the pause feature, I'll kind of edit out some major mining. Like if I'm mining like the basement, like when I did that, I would cut that kind of stuff out. But for the main part, I'm trying to keep it mostly all intact, just because that's the kind of person, uh, kind of stuff that I like to watch. Is fully intact stuff. Now I need to remember. I also need to bring a stack of this with me, but the main thing that I'm trying to say is that it is, something that I have been wanting to do for a long time, is get back into this, and that's just kind of something that I enjoy. But I recorded all of it in one day, and so comments and stuff, I'll see them before I record videos. Like this one, I saw the comments in the first video, and of course that was the only video that had any comments at the time. Like I said, the other ones have not been viewed yet as of recording this, but just because I see it at this time, this is already Thursday, and I saw it before I recorded, because I recorded another video yesterday. I recorded another video. I believe it was either yesterday or it was. No, I recorded another one Monday. I wasn't able to record yesterday. So I recorded 4 videos Saturday, 1 video Monday, and then I'm recording again today. And so all within the span of a week, I've recorded 6 videos. Well, that gives me enough to last me until just before next week, or just into next week. So that way what I can do is kind of space out my uploads, and then I'll have plenty of time to do all of this. I'll be able to keep ahead of schedule, especially if I can continue recording 4 episodes every Saturday But what that also means it's a bit detrimental because I can't, if I'm recording 4 videos in one sitting, there's no real way for me to take and look at all the comments that are coming in on the just the last video. I have to wait until um, I've recorded, and then I can, like, you might say something in one episode, and I won't address it until 4 episodes later because I recorded all in one sitting. And so that is kind of detrimental in some ways, but at the same time, from my past experience with this channel, just because, and that was, I think, mostly because I didn't keep a regular uploading schedule because I had a few videos that did pretty well. Um, but now that I have a regular uploading schedule, and I know there's so many other channels out there you can go watch and all this other stuff, I'm kind of okay with that. There's not really that many people that are leaving comments, and that's fine. I don't mind. I just, like I said in the first episode, I think it was the first episode, might have also been the first progress episode, but I'm just doing this to have fun, have fun for myself mostly. Like, it's great, and I'm hoping that somebody out there is entertained by my videos, and that's all I'm really in it for, right? Is to make somebody smile if I can. But my main thing about it is that I just enjoy sharing my achievements. That's like one of my biggest things. I really love just sharing my achievements with people. And so that's why I kind of got into YouTube, is because it's like, yeah, it's a way to do that in a way that's not necessarily, it's not like I'm pushing it onto somebody, that I'm forcing somebody to watch it, because that's something I always feel awkward about. If I'm trying to share something with somebody IRL, I always feel like, well, maybe they don't actually want to see this, what do they actually want? Are they just humoring me? What's going on? But the thing with it now is that it's like, you know what? Who cares? Now I'm doing YouTube, which I had done a while back, but um, it's kind of nice, right? Like, I'm gonna make 2 stacks of torches, but it's a lot easier for me to share it, and no, I'm not like forcing somebody to check out my stuff. Like, they don't have to watch. That's the biggest thing, right? Is that I don't feel that pressure. But at the same time, I can have fun, and I can know that, well, hopefully know that other people are having fun with me. That's the biggest thing for me, is I just like having fun, and so I hope somebody else is having fun too, because that's another big part of it, right? Is that I want to make people smile. And it's not that, I think I'm any good at that. I think I have a relatively okay sense of humor in person, but it's hard for me to share it when it's just me. Now, I'll make myself laugh all the time, but at the same time, it's like with these videos, it's not the first thing on my mind. I'm not just cracking jokes, right? Because I'm a very, in case you haven't noticed, I'm a very logical thinker. And I also kind of just go through things one at a time. Like, I explain everything that I'm about to do just because that's the kind of guy I am. I enjoy logic, I enjoy progression, even if it may slow me down. I also just enjoy talking, as I've said before, but the main thing is I just like to have every detail. I'm a very detail-oriented person. I have never been good at looking at the big picture of things, but that's okay because it's YouTube, right? I can do things the way I want to, and if um, people are out there that actually see that and enjoy that, then they can watch my videos. And if not, then they can go watch somebody else. They're not limited to just me, right? Like, it's not all about me. There's plenty of other people that they can watch and that I would recommend too. I mean, I've been on YouTube for so long, even before I made a channel, before I made an account, I was watching YouTube all the time. And that's like, something I've done for years. In this whole absence that I've had on my channel that I haven't uploaded anything, I've been watching videos almost nonstop, except for when I've been at school or I've been asleep or working or, things like that. Um, that I've been just, enjoying my time, enjoying other people's content. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not the most, um, I'm not the most exciting person to hear talk. Like, I love talking, but at the same time, I'm kind of slightly monotone, And I don't mean to be, and it's not that it's like crazy and you just can't listen to me because you're never going to hear anything cool. No, it's like that's just kind of how I talk. I talk in the same tone of voice. Now, it's not like I'm just boring, and I hope that I'm not boring. If I was boring, I don't think I'd ever get any views. That's kind of just the way things work. But I'm also at the same time, I do notice that I am kind of monotone just in my speaking, especially right now. Now, I'm a lot better at speaking than I used to be, and I'm not limited as um, I used to be just in my knowledge of things. I've got a lot more knowledge now, I'm not really worried about it. But at the same time, it's not entirely my uh, my forte. I'm a big music guy, so that is something I I like to say. But um, anyway, I've gone on about this for way too long. That's something else you'll probably notice in my videos. I like to rant, I just keep talking and talking and talking. I talk in circles as well. That's a family thing. My whole family does it, so I have to excuse that. But you might notice that I've made the same point like 2 or 3 times, right? That's because I talk in circles. It's just a genetic heritage thing that all of my family does. I grew up with it. It's kind of just something that um, kind of had to try to fight, but in the end, I don't really notice it. So it's like it's hard to get rid of. But I don't think it's too big of a deal. And if you enjoy my content, then hey, that's great. That's all I'm here for. I'm not in it to make money out of this, right? I'm got my own job. I've got everything taken care of. I'm supporting myself, and I have a future in my career. I have the ability to make enough money to support a family where I'm working at. I don't have to worry about money and gaining money from this. And in all reality, I don't expect to gain any money from this at all. Of course, right now, just because I don't have the ability to be monetized because of not having the subscriber count. But at the same time, it's not like I'm hurting for money, right? It's not like this is the only source of income I can possibly get, right? Because I'm not making anything off of this. I have a job, I have a career, I have a future there, and I'm not worried about that. That's not something that bothers me. So this is never going to be my main source of income. It might be cool if I get enough subscribers to be monetized. Hey, that'd be great. Who doesn't like making a little bit extra money? But it's not my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to make somebody smile, hopefully brighten somebody's day. And that's fine with me. That's all that matters. I'm not in it for like I talking in circles. You've already said that. I'm here to make somebody smile. I'm here to make myself smile. Be entertained. Like that's the whole reason I'm doing this is because it's just something I can do in my free time that's entertaining. That maybe it will entertain somebody else. It's not a life or death thing for me. Like I'm not in it. I'm not even going to continue because I said the same thing 4 times now. But um, if my point that I was about to make is that if it came to choosing between YouTube and my career, honestly, I would choose my career. And the reason is because where I'm working at is I'm working there via an internship program, and they're paying for my tuition at the college that I'm going to. And so without that, that's a huge deal. That's a lot of money that they're paying for me, and I have the hopes of making a lot of money in the future off of that, that I have that experience, and especially it being Caterpillar, I have such a huge, there's that Oblivion hive we saw in that episode. I have such a huge thing with that, and that means if I graduate this, I could potentially get a job anywhere in the world that I wanted to, because Caterpillar is a global company. And so it's like, ultimately my career will always be um, diesel mechanic at Caterpillar, heavy equipment technician. That is my ultimate goal, well, maybe not that particular spot, but yeah, you get what I mean. I'll always work on machines or for companies that make machines for Caterpillar in general, if I can help it. But I won't be hurting for a job, hopefully. That's what my biggest thing is that I want to be successful. I want to have that ability to say, yeah, you know what, I've got this covered. I don't need to do this. I don't need your help. I can support myself. I don't want to have to deal with lending money if I can help it, and that's the biggest thing for me. But anyway, I'm just enjoying my time here. Okay, you need to die. Then I can fight you. Alright. Whew. Didn't realize there were so many skeletons here. That's okay. 3-on-1 is not very fair now, is it? Saw that coming. Oops, there was a torch there. It'd be nice to have this extra iron. So yeah, anyway. As for how we're going to continue, we might search out possibly using oil or fuel as an energy source, as opposed to using the cold stuff that we're using now. I think it might be a good thing to look at. I don't know how useful it will be right of this moment, but definitely something to think about. I don't need that iron. Okay. We might also look into, that's something that I want to get eventually, is our power source generation. Like, what is the best way for us to get power? Would it be solar? Would it be wind? What would it be? What's the easiest way for us to achieve that goal of having a power source that we don't have to worry about running out of fuel for, right? That's the biggest thing. Which obviously the only true power source you're not going to run out of fuel for is solar, but with the solar, it creates the problem of that is a very resource intensive if you want to get into the high tiers of solar generation. And so the biggest thing is with that is we don't have access to all those resources right now, right? Like, we're still at the bottom. We're working our way up slowly but surely. Yes, we're getting there, but in the end, we're still just started. We're not anywhere close to where we need to really be in order to make all of those solar panels, to level up our power system that high. The biggest and easiest way to get to a power generation system that will supply all of our needs for a little while is probably to use our oil spout that we have close by. Um, and what might be the easiest way to do that is to use our ender pearls, right? Our ender tanks, right? Ender tanks are very useful in that situation because you can instantly transport liquids between two places, right? So that might be what we get onto next, is looking for how can we make an ender tank. We're going to need some ender pearls. We're going to need some blaze rods. So that's getting into the nether. So in order to get that oil power source, we're going to have to go to the nether for sure. But then there's other reasons that I wanted to go to the nether. Another reason I want to go to the nether is that we need glowstone for the circuits. There's certain circuits that we're going to need glowstone for. The advanced circuits in IC2 stuff. The advanced circuits, we're going to need glowstone for that. And I don't have access to glowstone until we get to the nether, for obvious reasons. So right now, the biggest priority, I think, is definitely getting diamonds, but also kind of getting situated in our lead and tin because I wanted to get started on IC2 today. And we've kind of done that some. But we also need to kind of get situated in our resources because that's the next thing I wanted to do. You know, I looked into quarries just before this episode to see exactly how expensive it is. And we're going to need a total of at least, let's see, 8 plus 3, at least 11 diamonds to get one quarry going. And if we want to have, you know, we're going to have a decent sized quarry. But the quarry is not a guarantee that we're going to get more diamonds from it, right? Like, just because, yes, it eventually we'll get diamonds back from the quarry. We'll get enough to cover our investment, but we might have to move it around a decent amount in order to get there. So that is definitely something we're going to have to look at. And my game just froze, so I have to give me just a minute while it reloads. But to continue on what I was saying, the quarry is a good thing to get, and that will definitely be in the plans for the future. Power source, that is definitely on my mind. Spoke about that for a minute. And then also just continuing in the mods that we're in, right? We want to get to a point where we don't want for power, right? We don't have to want for resources either. We want to be able to just reach in our chest, grab everything we need, and complete all of our tasks. But that's going to take a while. And really, we want to get an ME system going as well. So that's another thing on our list is an ME system. You mean to tell me I've been up here and I missed this? I wonder if any of y'all caught it. Oh my goodness. Of course our inventory's full. Oh my goodness. Okay, what can I get rid of? Arrows and bones. Okay. Oh my goodness, that's... I can't believe it. We missed the vein as 6 diamonds. And we've been up here. And an emerald? I'm apparently blind, guys. I had no idea this was down here. It's amazing. Okay then. Well, there's another hive. Okay, so there's plenty of rock hives around. At least we know that. We can get those. But that's insane. I can't believe that. Okay. Well, we've got some diamonds. Enough to make a pickaxe to get to the nether. We also could just use the speedrunner portal strat if we really wanted to, making a portal out of one of these lava pools. But I don't know how useful that would be in our situation. Because, I mean, we're in a pretty good situation. So, I don't know. But for now, we can run back up. We do have a big lava pool here that we can get obsidian from, so I'm not too worried. Did we go up here? I don't know if we've explored up here yet today. Let's see what we can find, huh? Cave exploration is always fun. Okay, so nothing. Yeah. I don't need iron right now. Okay, and this will take us back out. So yeah, I think we've pretty well explored this cave system. These ravines and such. So we might move on now. I might find something else we can do, explore. We do know for sure that there's a lot more iron here, so if we run out of iron, this would be the place to go, for certain. And when we do get a quarry, this will probably be where we set it up, close by to here, just because, like I said, the chance of diamond spawn increases based on how much visible area to the player is around them. Okay, so it is nighttime, so we might wait a minute. Let's get some marble. because I've always loved marble. It's good building material. I think many people that have played Feed the Beast and such with this kind of marble from Project Red, and especially back when it wasn't Project Red. I forget what the name of it was. Blue Power, wasn't it? I think Blue Power was the name, or Red Power originally, and then they changed it to Blue Power. But I think everybody would agree that this is the best stuff ever. Now, unfortunately, I forgot that our inventory was full, so we're going to drop some cobblestone off and replace it for some marble. Because marble looks much better than cobblestone. Who knows, we might run into some important ores back here, like this red zirconium that we don't actually need right now. I forget exactly what zirconium is, but I know it's kind of just coloration stuff. Right, we can look at that and see what is these used for. They make blocks, structures, color scanner, smelting them into ingots. Okay. And I mean, yeah, so it looks like there's not really much to do except for just colored stuff. So there's no real reason to get any of that, for us at least. I'll get a full stack of marble just because I can. And it might be useful in the future, so yeah. Plus, I only have enough room for a full stack. I don't have any more room. So now we're going to travel back up. We have 4 pieces of coal on us, so we might get some more. That's something to do. But it is daytime again, so let's just go back up and head back to the house. You know what? This is here. We may as well grab it, right? We have the space for it, so. That's an Enderman. We need to kill that thing. Where is it? Enderman. Is it up on this platform up here? We need the pearls. Or at least we're going to. Where is the Enderman? I hear it. Where in the world could it be? Okay, I'm gonna stick my other earphone on. Or headphone, it's not an earphone. I'm still hearing it. Is it down here? I found it. Okay. Hey, that's useful, isn't it? You can't get past the crystals. Oh well, we didn't get a pearl anyway, but that's kind of interesting. That's pretty cool, actually. I like that. That he can't get past the crystals like that. Okay, so now we can go back up. I was hoping we'd get a pearl for our ender tanks, but looks like we did not. So it is something we'll have to work on. For now, we will send the water spout and get out of here. Head on back to our house, smelt, and we'll pulverize first and then smelt some ores. And then we will have the ability to continue our building of devices. So this turns out we've been mining this whole episode, so it might end up being a progress episode. Well, no, because we started on IC2, and so we can't turn this into a progress episode. Because if I start on a mod, I want to leave that in the main series. So we're going to leave it like that. So, alright. We got plenty. Well, we didn't really start on IC2 because we had rubber before. That was from the progress episode, or the main episode. So yeah, last main episode we found rubber. So that is something we can do. Um, we technically did that would have counted as starting IC2, but really I think we kind of started it in this episode if you really look at it the right way, right? Because that's what we've done. We've gotten a generator in a bat box. We started generating power, you know. That's technically the start. So yeah, so we're going to toss our ores down here in the pulverizer box to get them started. Tin, iron, uranium. Galina's not going to smelt, so we may as well just leave it for now. Lead, silver. What else can we toss in there? That's it, isn't it? Okay. Cinnabar in the pulverizer. Makes cinnabar dust. Uses for that. No. Okay, so cinnabar, you just toss directly in here. Galena in. Yeah, Galena does not smelt either, so. So, alright, we are smelting items and pulverizing items, so that's nice. We've got that going. Now let's stick some stuff up. Marble go in here. That'll go in the other one. Let's see here. Alright, this is kind of cool, kind of nice. Great for us, really good. Rare earths need to go over here. Cobble needs to go in here. I'm going to take this coal out. Stick it in there. Okay. No, I still had that organized the way I wanted it. So we're going to stick this over here. Okay, now let's go and mark that oil real quick because we can, and I saw where it was. So yeah, I was over here mining, I think, or no, I wasn't mining. I came over here just kind of get the world loaded in because it takes a minute for my world load in when I start the game up for whatever reason. And I came and killed a skeleton who was standing over there. But there's another wintry beehive. Those things are all over the taiga biome. Here's a sheep, likely candidate for when we make our sheep farm. If it's still alive by then, I don't know, might have despawned. Here's some more sheep. So yeah, we can get a sheep farm going. And what are these? These are Meadows Hive. Okay. I thought it was oil. Maybe it was just a tree. It sure looks like oil though, so I might have been wrong. So if that's the case, I'm sorry. Hey, horses, that might be useful in a minute. In the future, there is some oil. Look at that. I was right. And we might have seen this in our map the other day, I think. I don't remember entirely, but there's also a village, which is really cool to find. So I think we just hit the jackpot over here. So here we go, oil. And we're also going to come over here, mark this village, and raid it. Not like the real village raids. Man, I got myself into one of those things, and I told you all about that already, but ugh, hate that thing. Okay. It's so difficult, I mean, and especially when you go into the nether and you lose it and then you come back. So an unusual hive. That is interesting. Alright, we might have to grab that. Okay, you. Coal for emeralds, emeralds for a helmet. That's not very useful to me. Bronze chestplate. Alright, bronze is pretty good. More bread. And 3 iron swords. For whatever reason we could use them. Chests are pretty useful, so we're going to take that. And we're also going to take these furnaces because they're also really useful. So yeah. Okay. Crops we can harvest while we're here. May as well. We're going to leave it to them. Okay, here is an interesting house. It's a railcraft house. Oh, yeah. Love railcraft. Hey, it's the cartman. Okay. Coal for emeralds and coal coke for emeralds. That doesn't help me at all. Iron's nice. Minecart's nice. Tracks are nice. Tracks are super hard to make. Engineer's overalls. Yes. Okay. Reasonably priced. What is that? Hold on. Well, let's look at our advancement, see what reasonably priced means. Manufacture tracks made of regular rails. Okay. So we didn't actually build any of those, but... That's right, if you break the buffer, you only get abandoned track. Ah. Interesting. Derailment risk can be suspended over gaps in the terrain. Okay, strap iron track. Wood age. Okay, nice. I don't think anything's faster at mining that. Okay, and then... Nice. We've got all this. That's a nice to have. Alright, so we've got some railcraft stuff started. That is something else we could do in the future, is make a rail system. I saw a bee villager over there a second ago, an apiarist. So we might could grab some apiaries while we're here. Potatoes will be nice to grow, as well as carrots, because we don't have these yet. And they're useful in some facets. Alright, more potatoes. I forget, there's certain mod packs that add stuff at the wells, but this one is not one of them. This is just a regular old mod pack. It ain't no special dungeoneering mod pack. Okay. Another unusual hive. I wonder if that's just because they spawn in villages. That would be interesting. Apiarist. Wheat for silky comb. Carrots for mossy comb. Potatoes for dripping comb. That's an interesting thing, but I'm okay. Okay. We're going to take that. Escritoire. And it just uses pickaxe. Okay. What can I drop? I need the seeds. If we had a crafting table, we can make some more bread. But it doesn't. So yeah, we're stuck. However, there was a library over here, wasn't there? We can make more bread in here. I know it's a waste of our wheat with the ability that we have to go and make more. But that's okay. What is this used for? Play a matching minigame to research bee, tree, and butterfly mutations. Okay, that's good. Yeah, we can get some apiary stuff. Oh my goodness. Hill cherry, silver lime, teak. Okay, so those are useful. We have so much stuff. We need to get some way. Okay, so we're going to leave the furnaces because that's not, you know, there's no reason to have them. And we're also going to leave these chests because at the same time, you know, we can't do stuff with that. So honeycomb's nice. We need to be careful with what we get. We're running out of space. Let's eat these apples. That'll open up one more spot in our inventory. So that'll be nice. Unlit candles we can grab. Hill cherries we can grab. Do we need the bronze chest plate? We might. What can we use it for? Plus 6 armor? Yeah, so it's the same as our iron chest plate. We can use it for putting a jetpack. Wait, can we put it on an iron chest plate? Because if we can't, then that might... Okay, we can. So then that's no good. Anvil, that's just to enchant. Arc furnace to make bronze. We don't have any way to get an arc furnace anywhere near it. Aspect from item stack. Okay, so we can use it to research some Thaumcraft stuff, but it ain't worth it. We're going to leave the bronze chest plate. What can we use the bronze pickaxe for? Just more aspects. Okay, so we're going to leave it for now. We can come back and grab those later. We're going to take the saplings for sure. What else can we get rid of? We have so much stuff. What are these? Track working protection against the dangers of track working. What exactly does that mean? I'm curious. I am going to look that up and find out for sure what that means. Um, Engineers, overalls, railcraft are just struck by a moving steam or electric locomotive, and all it is wool. We don't need those. We're gonna leave them here. And we got a poisonous potato that we can drop off too. So we got 2 meadow princesses. Common drones are useful. We can easily make more iron swords, so we're gonna drop that off. Okay. What's in here? Meadows Queen. Okay. Let's leave the iron swords here because they're useless to us. Meadows Queen. Okay. Pristine stock. We got a Meadows Queen. Forest Queen. The last thing I want to grab is these apiaries. So we need 1 more space. This is going to be... Okay, do we really need candles? We can just reset them. Okay, whatever. And then how do we make them? A carpenter. Magic, wax, and string. What are candles used for? They seem like they're just torches. Don't know that I really care about that. We can't get any more carrots, potatoes. We can always get more seeds. We only have 4 here. So that might be what we get rid of. But actually, mine carts are made the exact same way. We have plenty of iron. We're just going to get rid of that. So yeah, there's no reason in dealing with all that. Oh, we had more honeycomb. Okay. So now we've got plenty of bees. So useful. Okay. Speaking of seeds, let's go grab some more. Might as well, right? Get some wheat from it. Well, we don't need wheat, but get some seeds from it. We have plenty of wheat at the house. But, alright. Seeds are useful for seed oil. That's really the main reason I didn't want to get rid of them. If we take them home, we can use them in the squeezer. And hopefully we can get a full bucket of seed oil. I don't know. We're just going to have to see. So yeah, and more carrots. We might come back for these unusual hives later. Oh, that's nice. They're just bigger rocks. I don't want to break any grass because then these bees will get mad at me and I don't want to die from them. Hops? So they're growing hops out here. I wonder, there's not a brewer villager though, so I'm wondering... Oh, hello creeper. I should have probably activated my shield, but... Oh, well, more carrots and seeds for me then. I know I could just be breaking these, but you know what? Let the villagers have their farm, I say. But yeah, I'm curious as to why there's no villager. Oh, and do these have... This is not a Thaumcraft tower. This is just a regular tower, so yeah. This is just a... Oh. They're having a fun time in there. I'll leave it to them. They're just a regular house. This is so weird. Sometimes, you know, I remember there used to be... Well, they're also having a very fun time in here, but just a lot more of them. Okay. Oh, skeleton. Oh, skeleton. Oh, skeleton. dare try and... No, don't hit the villager. I hate baby zombies. This villager, I'm sorry, bud. That's my nice villager. I need to keep the Cartman around. That's a Thaumcraft zombie. What? Oh goodness, this is annoying. Let me break the fence. We need to make it back to the house, so we're gonna do that. Yeah. Oh, skeleton, don't knock me in. Creepers, don't blow me out. Wait. Home, take me home. Country roads, take me home to the place where I belong. Just out of these hills in the taiga. Take me home. Non-existent roads. Okay, anyway. Good old John Denver. There's a lot of beehives. I didn't actually realize how many beehives there legitimately were in this game. You know, I didn't realize how likely the spawn rates were for them. I'm glad that sheep didn't just knock me off. I would have been annoyed. That's okay. Okay, let me change my food. I'm going to eat one of these 2 cooked pork chops. We need to get rid of all this food that's bogging down our inventory because we could have gotten so much more from that village, but oh well. Had to leave a few things behind, and that's okay. Okay, bees. We got queens. I'm happy with that. And we're going to put our trees in here too. Just for now. We don't need to breed any trees yet, so I don't want to put the bees out too close to the trees because they'll start breeding and then we'll have an issue. Or a possible issue. Okay, so there's that. Oh yeah, rails are technically not normal rails anymore because we're in a Railcraft / Steve Carts mod. Okay, and then seeds over here, potatoes and carrots. We should plant those. That's okay, and then on the candles. Alright, and then stick corn over here. Meat there. Alright. Let's check on our things. Hadn't even gotten through the silver yet, huh? Or the tin yet. Well, that's good. At least we know it's going to do it. We have enough. Okay. It's using every bit of power output that this thing is giving out. Because this thing's maximum output is 40. It's putting out 35 right now. And these each use 20 RF a tick. So... why isn't this using its 40 at a time? That's annoying. Oh, we need to go ahead and fill it up with some more water. I think the generator is a bit more efficient at power generation. Because, I mean, look, it creates 4,000 EU, it holds 4,000 EU. What does it put out? 10 EU a tick? So that generates 10 EU, that generates 35 RF. Since it won't generate 40 for whatever reason. What is the conversion ratio? I wonder. Well, that is something to think about next time. So yeah, we made a little bit of progress. I guess this was more of a progress episode than anything, but yeah, we did some decent stuff today. We started on IC2. We got ourselves a generator, a bat box, and a little bit of copper cable to stick out. And we've also started, we also went down to the mine. We didn't start anything, but we went down to the mine and picked ourselves out some good old stuff, some good old ores, and we've got all that starting to smelt, doubling and everything. Get ourselves some really nice stuff out of that. Um, we've also went and marked oil and found a village, and we've got enough to start on bees and trees if we want to. So that might be something in the future. And we also have some good stuff for railcraft if we wanted to get into that. But yeah, I think we've done a pretty decent job. Just because we have the time real quick, I mean we don't really, but just because I feel like it, we're going to pop out here. Take a look at our rubber trees because they've all grown. And then just any visible, I don't want to break any leaves on these yet, but just any visible spots of rubber, we're going to go ahead and harvest those. We can start like breaking the leaves and planting more rubber trees and stuff. We can start that later. But for now, I just want to grab what we see directly on the surface. There's no reason to harm these poor innocent trees after they just got done having the chance to grow. So I'm just messing. I mean, we're definitely going to take advantage of them, but that's okay. So yeah, we got 5 rubber, and we'll stick that down in the furnace box to get smelted for us for next episode. And that'll allow us to make some more cables, so that'll be good. And yeah, so let's drop this in the box. We're going to go ahead and eat this pork chop as well because we can. And then, yeah, I think that will do it for this episode. Let's stick our tree top up since we can. And, of course, it's not quite late enough to sleep, I don't think. Sunset's over there. So yeah, we're going to end it right here midday. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. If you did, you know what to do. But anyway, besides the point, I had a little bit of fun today, so I'm excited for that. I hope y'all have had a good day. Continue to do so. Get over this whole virus, and hopefully everything will be able to kind of return to normal, get ourselves back, the economy kind of going back again, so that'll be kind of good. Everything's kind of opening back up, so I'm happy with that. But anyway, y'all take it easy. This is me signing off, and I've been producing videos. Thanks for watching.